Hi, I'm Deborah Atkinson, the author of You Still Got It, Girl, the After 50 Fitness Formula for Women. And ever since I published that book last November, I've had a lot of subscriber questions. So I'm going to take the time to read a few of those questions in case they might also be yours. And the first one I'm going to read is from Anne. And she writes, I am exercising 2 times a week with a trainer, tough sessions with heavy weights and intervals, just like you said in the book, and I love it. I do some long walks or hiking 1 or 2 times a week. I'm 54 years old and 20 pounds overweight. Can you give me an idea of what my daily nutrition should look like? So, Anne, and anybody else who has that question, this is a really tough question for a fitness pro without me asking several questions of you. So, a good nutrition program, very generally, I'll tell you this, needs to have high quality protein at each and every meal, at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and potentially, depending on the amount of exercise that you do, you want to have a significant high protein snack either before or after a really vigorous or a heavy weight training workout. If you're over 50, that helps you preserve muscles because they are breaking down during exercise. It's a part of the program. So putting in the right calories and the right kind of calories at the right time are hugely important. So that's number 1 and 2, protein at the right times and healthy fat. So that's something that's hard to learn, or maybe unlearn the habit of thinking fat is not good. If you're over 50, you probably grew up watching diets or maybe participating in them yourself that cut the fat out. So anything goes except for trans fats. Even saturated fats are not nearly as bad as we once thought based on current research. So including enough healthy fat is really important to, first of all, great skin, great hair, great nails, but also in helping you stay satisfied, love the flavor of the food that you're eating, and therefore you're going to reduce cravings. So fat is a very important part of you getting lean. So there's protein, there's fat, and then there's vegetables and fruits, particularly berries, because of their antioxidants and the phytochemicals that help you stay young. So they're going to help you wrinkle less. They're also going to help with anti-inflammatory properties, meaning if you have a tendency toward arthritis, for instance, or fibromyalgia, things that are inflammatory in nature conditions, eating more of those may be even more important to you, but to the rest of us who don't have them, we want to avoid them. And if you love to exercise, and I realize not everybody does, but Anne is exercising a great deal. So Anne, it's really important that you get a lot of green leafy vegetables, non-starchy vegetables, and berries, and then citrus, because they carry so many antioxidants with so little sugar. So other than that, because you're exercising a lot, and you are going to need some energy sources. So slower releasing carbohydrates like quinoa, sweet potatoes, those types of things that will not have a surge in your blood sugar, but will give you the energy for the tough workouts that you're doing. So on days when you're exercising more, you may want more in terms of carbohydrates. If you know that you tolerate dairy, or you know that you really don't tolerate dairy, if you know whether you tolerate gluten, which comes most in wheat, but comes in other grains as well, and it's in a lot of packaged and processed foods. If you don't know whether or not you tolerate them because you've removed them from your diet for a significant period of time, and I really love when clients remove them for 3 weeks, and then we reintroduce them to see what effects they have. And it's scientific, but it's you doing the experiment on you. And the only way you can really know what the results are and how you feel is by testing how you feel. So going through that, Sometimes grains are wonderful for people. Sometimes they're a great source of energy, great source of B vitamins, but a lot of other times I'm finding that women in particular over 50 finally are able to lose weight and get off the plateau when they don't eat those foods. Their digestion is better and their energy level is better. And a mild feeling of bloating is gone that they didn't even realize they were experiencing. So, and I hope that helps.